Hey guys, and welcome back to Building with Whip. Today we are starting out here in our Ice Spikes build, the Frozen Elven build, and just a reminder, this video is getting pre-recorded again. I mentioned that in the last episode, that the next few of these would be getting pre-recorded, but there's not much I can do about it, so I hope that's cool with you guys. We're hopefully going to be getting quite a few different projects here finished up. But what I wanted to do today was start digging out our underground grotto so we can at least get some stuff going forward with it. So there's a lot of digging that I got to do. I just want to bring you guys in here as we get started. But more or less, let's go ahead and take these stone bricks right here. I want to show you guys what our plan is. So we'll use this kind of open area as a plan. So we're going to come in, and I think we're going to like veer off this direction and then sharply veer back over here, like so. Like this is way not to scale, but just so you can get the idea. So we're gonna go straight in, veer off this direction. There's gonna be like a big cliff here, probably with like another one of these like frozen, icy chasm, foggy machine thingies going on. Then there's gonna be a bridge going over that, and then it's gonna kind of go over this way. There's gonna be a big stone pillar coming up right here. We're gonna go all the way around it, come back in, and then it's gonna drop down right here into a lower area that you're going to be able to briefly see from like a little, basically there's going to be a big pillar right here, big pillar right there. So like the wall's going to kind of come up like this, something or another. And then so you're going to be able to see kind of through this area here. It's a pretty ambitious plan. So we're going to see how much we can get dug out here. I'm thinking about we just get the path dug out for now. So it's going to basically go straight this way, then kind of back in here, then curving around this big pillar, and then it's going to drop down into this big old open area. I'm thinking it's going to be something like this size, something like that, with a cool like tree or something, like just a bunch of life and forestry things in here. So this whole area right here, I'm thinking it's going to be about like 30 blocks tall, like from the floor to the ceiling. We'll have about 30 blocks worth of space to work with. I don't know quite how wide it's going to be yet. That's my general idea. Just want to kind of bring you guys in there. Let me go ahead and start digging, seeing if we can get some progress here. I think I'm going to go ahead and set the beacon up on top of that mountain, like right back in there, just so we can get that going. This is a lot of digging. I need a freaking beacon to do this. So I will catch up with you guys when we get some more progress here, but I'm hoping we can get quite a bit of cool stuff going, and hopefully this will be a little bit better than our last. Oh, I'm just going to update when we do digging and things like we did in the ocean monument. So hopefully we can do a little bit better stuff here. But I move all their chests over here. I just got to remember where I put everything. But yeah, so let me get going on that guy, and I'll be back with you guys later on. All right, guys, here in this clip, I wanted to step into our Spectator account so we can kind of show things off more easily from an outside perspective. But basically, we got this tunnel coming straight down here that goes off like that, then it's come over this way, and then it comes all the way down here, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than I had originally intended it, but I think it's going to be a lot cooler. So basically, all the way to that wall, and then probably a few more blocks this way, because I want to have the pathway coming down along the wall right here. I know this probably doesn't make very much sense at all right now, but I want to more or less show you guys the progress. We found this crazy network of caves. Now let's use our Spectator goodness to fly out into the blocks, and you can see a better... Oh, hi, Mr. Creeper. You can see a better view of what we're looking at. There is our build right over here. You got all the ice spikes and stuff through the ceiling. You can see our cool little glass pathway right there. But more or less, this is kind of what we're looking at. So you can see the pathway coming right down there, curving that way, coming across this area right here straight in front of us that we're looking at. That is going to be our bridge and whatnot. And then it's going to come around. This big area right here is going to turn into a pillar or something, and it's going to come down here and back into this area where it's going to open up. So this basically area right here, all of this that you're seeing, basically we're going to have a big pillar block right here. Then right down this strip right here, we're going to have to open this up and basically cut it down like 10 blocks at least. Then have it kind of flowing down under this area, which is eventually going to be a bridge. Then coming down into here and opening up into a large chasm in this general vicinity, where you can see we're already going that way. I already started going this way, but I fell down into a mine path, so I went exploring for a little bit. But more or less, it's going to come out to like right about here. Basically, we're going to clear it going all the way up to these caves with that lava in it. This is probably a really, really weird view for what you guys were expecting to see. It's like quite a bit of progress. I moved the beacon down here just to get a little bit better work going on it. It was on the top and I couldn't really get it because it was a bit farther away. But yeah, we have a crap ton of progress done already. This cave just dug out way down here while I was talking with a few buddies. Figured it was kind of nice just to chill and hang out with some friends, which is always nice once you get bored with Minecraft. Get on a call with some friends, continue doing what you're doing, and just kind of laugh, share some jokes, whatever it is. You gotta just hang out and play some Minecraft, and it's always really fun, in my opinion at least. So I'm gonna get back to work with this guy. Got a little bit more on the shaping out here to do and whatnot. I want to clear out basically the whole shape of everything, where it's all going to be, and then we'll figure out how tall or large the chambers are going to be, because it'll be a lot easier once we can actually like see everything. Look at all my little friends I have, guys. I finally have friends down here in the caves. They're so nice, and they just want to love me. It's so nice down here. Also, I hate these little green things. They are freaking everywhere. This whole cave is full of them. We apparently chose the exact chunks that lined up with slime chunks on every single one of them. So this has been my life recently, just dealing with those. But yeah, so now we can come check out what we've actually been doing, which is, oh, so much digging. So this is the base area at the bottom right now. You still got to work on expanding it out and going from there, but we can walk all the way up here. And the reason why I'm bringing you guys in here, one, the pics are dead. Two, I've run out of YouTube videos to catch up on for today, and there's no interesting streams going on, so I don't want to keep digging. But I figured it was also a good time to bring y'all in here just because. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft this season. I haven't really done that in the past before. And they were talking about Scar. I was always talking about the big dig and like never forget the big dig. This thing's like minuscule compared to that, and I'm already just like, I never want to dig this thing again, but we're gonna finish it. So pretty much what we have up here, this is our entrance, and it's opening it up into this area right here where some water is gonna be going down. Now I decided I'm gonna do just regular water instead of all the foggy stuff, because I think that'll look better down here. Over here you can come this way and kind of go out onto this little private bluff area that you can look over everything all the way down. You can kind of get a little glimpse down there into the big hole. And then we can come back up here onto the actual path itself, which so far is still a work in progress. I got the general curve to it that I like. It's very natural. It's kind of hugging the wall. I still got to work with the ceiling a bit more and smooth that guy out. But so far, the general shapes is pretty much what I'm trying to get in here. So we got this, the water's going to come from like a hidden area in there, do a little waterfall-y thing, come down through here, straight through that area, go right under the bridge, maybe pull up a little bit over in that corner, haven't really decided yet. And then it's going to drop down into here, and this is your first glimpse of the large area. This big pillar right there, I got to expand it out a little bit at the base. This area right here, I think we're going to bring that up a bit to kind of block that off, because I want this area right here to be a bit more closed. I'm thinking probably have a big tree or something coming up right there and bringing a big bushy face into here, so you can kind of get a small glimpse of what's down there, but you aren't able to see everything. So beyond that, we can come around here, around the pillar, and this is where you're going to get the first glimpse of the whole area. You can see the ceiling goes up, and then as you come down, more and more is revealed. I still got to bring this wall or this ceiling area back here a bit more to kind of smooth the curve out of it. It's just getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. And just get this stuff down for now. I don't want that there. Just, as you can see, we break things super fast. I've never before used a beacon for a large mining project. And oh my gosh, that was the wrong decision. Every other time. Hey, zombie. How are you doing, bud? You can stay down there. Yeah, so the beacon is saving me. We got haste 2 on it. I finally got a full beacon up and running again, which is cool. And then I've gotten, I think, another like 20 to 30 blocks of iron since doing this. So, you know, this is a good way of getting resources too. But basically, the waterfall is going to be spitting out right there. There's our bridge, you can see. And the water is going to be coming down right here into this area. I'm thinking it's going to be flowing out here and kind of doing like a curved pattern around the outside, then coming into the middle and probably being like like dropping down into this abyss where I want to have like a magical like life crystal or something powering, which is basically like holding this area together. Over here, this is where we started at. But yeah, so I want this pillar actually here to kind of be working with the shape of everything, where the water runs and all that type of stuff. I think it could turn out pretty cool. But there, we're going to bring this guy out again. I'm thinking we might move that wall back a bit more, move that one back a bit more, and probably clear out this area underneath and clear out the area above. And I want to start working on getting these trees kind of in place for where they're going to be. But basically there's going to be, I'm thinking 3 massive trees that basically go all the way up to the ceiling and are mostly what's holding up the ceiling of this place, because it's such a large, massive cavern that there has to be some sort of support for this. Like, we got this big pillar here, and we're probably going to have that other one right there. But those are mostly meant to block the sight line of that guy. So you can't really, you don't get that big reveal moment until you come around that corner there. That's my goal. I really want to work with sight lines here and try and do some interesting things with those, because we have so much of we have such an easy ability to do that here, seeing as we're underground, that sight lines are something that we can easily work with, since we don't have to worry about being above things, flying in with an elytra or whatever it may be. We make the sight lines for what we want it to be. Like this area up here, probably want to bring this back a little bit more. Mostly this roof area here, I like the shape of it. I want to just basically shape it more. So smooth that, bring that area down so it's more of a curve. Bring this area up here a little bit, honestly. Like this along the pathway, basically right there. Bring that up and kind of move forward with it. Just getting a little bit larger of an area to walk through, maybe, and that'll give us the ability. I want like spits hanging, like stalactites, stalagmites, whatever the hanging one is. I can never remember. But one of those thingies where it's just going to be the rock structures kind of hanging down using like cobblestone, cobblestone, whatever. And we start getting our palette in here completely. I think it's going to start looking really, really cool. But let's go ahead. I want to do one last thing before we get through this. I want to check our stone mined count in our stats, just because it's getting there. It's getting there very quickly. Let's get these blocks up. It's going up crazy, crazy fast because we've depleted. This is like my 3rd time repairing picks, I think, so far. And this cavern's a little massive. So let's go in here. Let's go to stats. And we are currently at 46,662 stone mined. For that, our iron, we're almost at 4,000 iron. That's kind of cool. Where is our other blocks? Why aren't those guys at the top? That's really annoying. The diorite and andesite and granite, where are you? Are they not on here? Are they just included in stone? They might be included in stone. You know, that's probably right. I think, yeah, no, I guess they are. Okay, they just must be included in that number. Actually, can we test that? Can we test that? Is that a thing? I think you have to relog to get those to update, don't you? I don't know. Let's do this right here. I just want to check, mostly because I'm interested, and I figure somebody else might find this interesting too. But let's go here, stats, blocks. Oh, it does. It's all included in there. Cool. The more you know. Yeah, let me get some more digging done here, guys. All right, guys, it's been quite some time since I brought you guys back in here to check this out. We got a crazy amount of storage going on over there. I don't quite remember what the last time was I updated you guys, but we've done a lot. So you can see we're coming into this new area. It's very, very much opened up. So I meant to bring you guys back in earlier, and then I got too busy with things going on IRL, and I kept being unable to bring you guys in. That'd be like 10 minutes I had open, so I was like, okay, let's go build a little bit. And I kind of did a lot. I kind of did a lot. I did a thing. I did thing. But yeah, so anyways, we have our pathway coming down right here. All this stuff right through there. I think I'm going to clean it up a little bit more, maybe. I don't quite know, but I like where it's going. And I like the shape of it, and everything feels very natural. Over here, we have this little bluff that we're actually going to be hiding our nether portal back in this little area. So actually, for this region, the nether portal is going to be right in there. We got some stalactites, stalagmites, whatever they're called, hanging from the ceiling. Still don't know since the last clip. It's only been like 3 days. Haven't looked it up. But yeah, we got a little grassy area down there. We got some grassy bits right up here. You're going to see some weird overlaying textures right now on the dirt, because I'm working on actually doing some overlay textures for things next to dirt and whatnot. Like you can see that guy right there. That's meant to be dirt. I just haven't retextured it. I basically took the grass ones that I ended up using and trying to create it into the dirt format, and it's not working too well yet. So I got to kind of figure that guy out and see where it's going to go. But yeah, so down there, we got all the dirt stuff going on. Most of them are actually finished, so it's going to end up looking kind of like that. I can't figure out how to make it just coarse dirt or just dirt, so if any of you guys have ideas on how to do that, let me know please, because I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, so that's where that's all going. We got this little area right here. It looks kind of weird right now, but I do want to bring like a lot of life and whatnot into it. So in our walls, we're using andesite, cobblestone, and regular stone. Figure that's a good way of breaking up, getting some nice texturing in there. I do want to maybe incorporate some diorite just as highlight points and whatnot, and then maybe get a darker, like a terracotta, like gray terracotta or something for our base area. Maybe light gray terracotta, I don't know. But there's a lot of little bluffs like these things, which I think is going to be really fun to work with and texture out. Get some plant life and whatnot into them as we're building that. I don't quite know what I want to do with the bridge yet. That'll probably be another episode later on. But I want to bring you guys down here to show you guys the grand kind of reveal of the large area. So you can kind of see a glimpse of it as we're going into there. But I wanted the grand reveal area to come right through here. I haven't done as much work down in here because it's so much larger. But yeah, this is the general size of it that I'm thinking. And I'm thinking now that the crystal probably is going to be floating in midair, kind of in the center here, instead of down in the ground. I think it'd be kind of cooler doing it that way. So we're going to get a lot of green stained glass, light lime stained glass, and yellow and whatnot. Hide some glowstone or sea lanterns inside. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's going to be something kind of floating up in here. Probably, hopefully it'll turn out pretty freaking cool. Got to get rid of those beacons soon. All the major mining is pretty much done, so we don't quite need it. You can see I'm trying to really naturalize a lot of this region that we got going on in here. There's a lot of stuff going on, and just trying to create these little narrow ways to walk around, but still have torches everywhere. So I've only had this area blown up by creepers 3 times now. But yeah, so this is kind of where we're at. I don't know how much more I'm going to get done for this episode. I do want to keep working on it. I'm going to basically, family's coming in here in the next few days, so I gotta still pre-record and get these things going. So I want to make some more progress done on this guy while I'm just kind of working on some other series right now. So if you see Building with Whip kind of as a background series for a little bit, I think we're going to move to 1 episode a week and move to more tutorials and time-lapsey type things, because that's kind of what I'm having more fun with, and I have more time to build those right now. Because Building with Whip obviously hasn't been doing that great on views recently, even though I still really, really like the series. You guys obviously seem to be wanting to see something new, but I really want to finish this area off, so I think we're going to move to kind of backgrounding it for a little while I kind of finish off these areas, do some large, more bulky episodes instead of one little bit here, one little bit there. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. That's what I want to bring you guys in for here as we're moving forward with all this. You can see I need to finish cleaning that stuff up. But guys, let me get some more work done. I'll be back with you all once I have more things to show off, I guess. Yeah, so bye. Alright guys, I want to bring you in here for this one final clip as we finally have a lot more stuff to show off than last time. So up here pretty much remains the same. Down on this little shelf, I went ahead and threw in the nether portal, connected that guy up, and I think it actually fits in really, really well back in there. So that's really cool that it works so well. And we were able to get the waterfall in place, all the water in there, and that guy's stealing my grass block. Give me my grass block back. Get back here. You give me that freaking grass block. Stupid. Where'd he go? He dipped out with my grass block, man. What the heck? I don't even know where he is now. I don't know. Well, rip grass block, guys. Rip grass block. You know, it might have been there might have been one like sitting right up there or something. Whatever it is. He stole it, and it's all gone. And here is our waterfall. Kind of brings from a mysterious point right up there. After we get finished up with this place, we're going to work on removing the lights to create more of an atmosphere, but I don't want mob spawning, which apparently the Endermen still could. So the waterfall comes down through there, kind of pools up right in that area, which I still want to work on a little bit. Mix things up there. And then it comes and falls over the edge there and spins around the central island, which we still got to finish, like getting all the dirt on it and whatnot. But we can move on down that way. I've mostly just done the ceiling in here because I wanted to tackle that bit first. I did that wall way over there, but you can see the ceiling. We got a lot of stalactites coming down all over the place. It just looks really, really rough. I even put some diorite in the ceiling. I thought the diorite was actually a really cool touch. Hey, there you are. Give me that. Give me that back. Give me that back. Yeah, you fall in that water. Yeah, you just give me my frickin'... Yeah. Screw you, Enderman. I got my grass block back. But anyways, back to regular schedule things. So our water comes all the way down there, flows all the way around here through this little tiny riverway and back down into there, which it just kind of disappears off into the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so we got all these stalactites and things from the ceiling here. You can't really see them that well because it's so dark, but I do like that feeling where they're just kind of popping through instead of really like all over the place. I think it gives a cool effect. I meant to leave the middle here open because we're going to put a big like floating life crystal in here, something or another, like right up in there. So it's pretty open. That's the highest point of the ceiling, so I think it's going to work very well. Back here, I still want to figure out what to do with this type of stuff. Where we're going to go, I just kind of threw in some dirt and some grass back here for now, so it just has something. I think the Enderman might have spawned right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Or right there. But yeah, so there's a lot of dark spots now, of course, because we've been moving torches around, so it's not like perfectly placed anymore. But that's going to have to do it for this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoy. This was a lot of fun to get working on. I actually really enjoyed this, even though we put a crap ton of time into it. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys have any ideas on what type of foliage and lifelike things or the shape of the crystal or anything like that, let me know that down in the comments below. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode.